Ignorant. Okay, so everybody listen up. Welcome to the Living Purpose Podcast. You are here with one of your hosts. We got Logan Taylor, Mr. YB Normal. And we got Cornelius Shackelford, also known as Cornelius, the CEO. I like to call him the mad scientist, but that's just me. Don't start calling him stuff. That's our thing, right? And then you got me, Brad Butler II, B-Rad Inspires, or what my guy DeMont Pope likes to call me, B-Rad the Great. It is what it is. Our guy DeMont was not able to be with us tonight. He has some things that he needed to handle, so we just wanted to, give peace and blessings and prayers, making sure that he's good in the space that he's doing, make sure he's just taking care of business, because it's always important to make sure you take care of your business, and other things can wait. This can wait. You know what I'm saying? You take care of your business, he'll be back with us next week. So we want to get this thing rocking and rolling. So one thing that we did last week that I wanted to do this week, that we didn't do last week that I want to do this week, is I ain't even really check in with y'all. So yo, how y'all week been?
Corn, go ahead.
Oh well, yeah, man. It's been a week. You know what I'm saying? Like we just coming off an ice storm out here in Dallas, and so like everything was shut down.
You fell, didn't you?
Oh no, I didn't fall. It was risky though. I was risking life out here. Like, hey, look, we in Texas, we are not equipped to handle this type of weather. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been the last few years. We should be prepared, but we still not. So like, man, yeah. So we recovering from the ice storm and kind of getting everything back opened up. But yeah, it's been an adjustment, but we getting there.
Okay. Lo, what's up with you, bro? And I know you traveling. You're not even home right now.
No, I'm not. I'm actually in Reading, Pennsylvania is where I'm at the moment. And just finished speaking to all of the educators in the whole school district. So that was a pretty awesome and dope experience. This week, man, has been, bro, just as always, bro, like I always say, bro, I'm just grateful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
really,
I didn't get a chance to talk to you about that because I meant to ask you how did it go?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Don't even worry, we'll talk about it offline. But just grateful, man.
No, we can talk about it right now. I want people to know that you're nice.
Oh man.
Hey, Logan always trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? Hide the rainbow.
Don't you? No, it's okay,
bro. Cause, bro, like you know me, man. Like I'm just like, bro, like I'm just modest, man. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know I'm humble, bro. So that's why I be like, yo, we'll talk about it offline. Cause like, bro, like I ain't even trying to. It ain't about all that for me. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I understand. You gotta let people know. Like I get it. I understand. But so I'm in Reading, Pennsylvania. I'm dealing with the whole school district. I got here on Tuesday. And I'll be with them tomorrow as well with all the schools. And so, man, it's been amazing, man. Like the superintendent wants a part 2. And so they want me to come back. We're going to do small circles in regards to like the educators and stuff like that. We also have the potential to have a YB Normal Academy here. And so talking with the principal, which Brad, all three of us, me, you, DeMont, and Quinn, we all need to talk because I need to get some insight in regards to that. But the superintendent wants to do small circles and just do like small workshops with the teachers at each level. She was like, Logan, I feel like that will be more impactful. And so I'm just like, yo, like whatever you need, I'm here to serve. Whatever you looking for, I'm here to serve. And so, man, it was amazing today. Got the superintendent to give a testimonial. She invited me. I'm sorry, not invited me, but she introduced me. It was super dope, bro. Like to see my video being played. Like I got a little emotional, man.
The new one, right? The new one, right?
Yeah, the new one. Like, I got a little emotional, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I need
bro,
one.
I got a little emotional, bro, for real. Like to play it and see it, I was just like, man, like dang, bro, like look at this. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, I'm extremely grateful, bro, like to be in the position that I'm in and just being able to serve and add value. And so this week, man, has been amazing. It's been amazing, bro. You know, it's been challenging, you know what I'm saying, during some a couple hours and stuff like that. But for the most part, bro, like I'm just grateful, man. Like I'm so grateful, bro. Like for real. Like y'all holding me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Us talking, like, bro, y'all don't know how much I be needing y'all, bro. Like for real. Like Corn be calling me, and sometimes, bro, I ain't gonna lie, your boy be struggling. And just Corn to be like, hey, bro, like, dude, man, I need help with this. Like, how can I do? And it's like immediately, bro, my mind automatically goes into solution mode because I'm like, oh, my brother need me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, me and you, like, we talk every day. So like, we ain't talk none over the weekend. So I'm like, bro, I gotta call my brother. I called you today. I called you yesterday. I'm like, bro, I gotta talk to my brother. And I know he with his family, but I'm like, he told me, like, bro, just call me anytime. So I'm like, all right, bro, let me call my brother. And he ain't pick up. And so I was like, man, bro, he ain't even reach up, man. He ain't called me back or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
we're gonna talk about
I'm
that.
just like, bro, like bro, I really like y'all really do help me, bro. Like when they say iron sharpens iron, bro, like I'm a living testament to that because y'all really do sharpen me. You know what I'm saying? Like not just like speaking wise. Like I ain't talking about the speaking, bro. I'm talking about as a man.
Yeah.
So, bro, like my week been great, bro. I'm just grateful, dude. So that's how my week been. How about you?
Listen, shoot, my week was good because I know y'all know I traveled, went down to North Carolina with my wife and my son. So it's the first family trip. You know, for any of y'all that know or don't know, I have a son. He's 5 months right now at the moment. And we took a trip to North Carolina to go, visit my wife's family. That's what she's from. She's from North Carolina, and it was great. You know, just being able to have him being able to interact and spend time with her side of the family, even though they weren't able to come visit when he was born, but them to have that extra time to spend time with him, hold and play with him, all that. It was good. He was able to meet his cousins, and so that was good. So we spent about two or 3 days in Maple Hill, North Carolina, and then we went out to Raleigh, North Carolina, because there's some people out there who wanted me to see the areas, including my wife, who wanted me to just see what that landscape was like. People have been telling me for the longest, Brad, they don't have a speaker like you out here. If you brought your speaking style and your abilities out here, Brad, like you tear it up. Like it's open. The market is open for somebody like you. And I was like, all right, I gotta go see it. I need to go see this in person. So shout out to my guy, DJ D-Dub, Eric Thomas's DJ, Dwight Hines, who put me in contact with the hotel that I stayed at, the Aloft, man, beautiful hotel. Everybody was so nice and kind, took care of me and my family, showed us around. I couldn't have asked for a better visit, like a better time out there. And, we were able to go to NC State, where my wife graduated from. She was able to, catch up with her mentors and show me around. We went to just the hot spots that they had out there, the food places. Y'all know my wife, we had to hit some food places. You know how Suge is. Had to hit some food spots. And, bro, if we ever go out there, bro, we know a couple spots now. So, we going to.
Ain't no if. It's when.
You're right. My fault. My bad.
I'm waiting on you to move.
You're right.
You feel me? Right. You feel me, Corn?
I asked him this morning, so when y'all heading out there.
Right. So when you're moving. So now it's really like one of the things where, bro, okay, so this happened and I didn't even know what was going to happen. I ended up touring houses. I did not plan on doing that. It just ended up happening. And we out there touring some houses, and there's some of the most beautiful houses. And I'm just like, this is where we're supposed to be. Like I need to give my wife this house, this lifestyle around these people that they were so welcoming, bro. You know what? I'm a Jersey boy. Y'all know that. I'm from Jersey, and I've gotten some support from people out here. So shout out to all of those in New Jersey who have supported me, over the years. But I would have hoped over time that we're able to, create more relationships, build more relationships, connect with more people, more superintendents and things like that in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. But it just didn't work out that way. And I've still been able to make the business work. And, I book a lot of my speaking engagements outside of the state. I'm flying out, going different places speaking. That's fine. But the amount of love that I got when I came to Raleigh, North Carolina was crazy. It didn't, I was just taken back by it. Like, y'all want me here? Yeah, like, y'all support. Like, everybody was introducing me to somebody. Like, you speak. Oh, okay. You need to talk to this person. They work in the education field. Oh, you need to talk to this person. You need to talk to this person. And shout out to Jordan, Eric Thomas and Jeremy Anderson, Sneaker Plug out there in Raleigh, North Carolina. Went out with him and DJ D-Dub. We went out to breakfast. They took me, my wife, and my son out to breakfast. Bro, and I'm talking about they trying to get me over there. For real. Like, yeah, bro. So we got this, that, and the other. I went, whoop-de-whoop, go around the corner, look at them new houses that they build, and you can slide in one of those. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, the good food. Oh, your wife like food. Okay, you gotta go over this spot right here. Oh, you with the black ownership thing? Okay, cool. They got this place called the Black Friday ownership lot with a market, Black Friday market or whatever. Go over there and holler at them. Shout out to the Black Friday market that was over there. I'm just like, yo, so much love and appreciation for what I've done, and I can't 100% say that I'm used to, people welcoming me like that in a community, and they don't really know who I am like that. So it was a beautiful experience. I love the landscape. Everything looked great. And I'm looking forward to see what the future holds, because now I got some research to do, and I got to see how I can get my wife into one of them beautiful houses out there.
About to go down.
I love it, bro. I know. Congratulations, bro. I love it, bro. Congratulations, bro.
Okay. So, all right. All right, we've been talking for a little while. I promise we're going to get to a podcast. We're going to talk about something. So we were talking about, or the topic kind of came up of perseverance, right? And man, I promise you, just thinking about the past week with me being out there in North Carolina, it just kept replaying in my mind, thinking about, man, if I'd have quit, man, I never would even been in this situation. Nobody would care about Brad Butler, the speaker, you know what I'm saying? And Lo, when you were talking, I'm thinking about how you got the superintendent, giving you these testimonials about the work that you've done. Hold on. And we're going to talk about the fact that, we just got off the training call, with Next Level. Lo jumped on there and gave him some heat. Feel me? And it's like one of those things. And Corn, you was on there too, listening in. And it was just like, yo, man, like, if we'd have quit, if we'd have just stopped when people told us no, and when things weren't looking the way that we wanted it to look, when the bank accounts was in the negatives, and when your significant other might not have completely understood or saw the vision the way that you see it. Like, I know I ain't the only one. Everybody else is out there like, yeah, so everybody's significant other was on board from Jump Street. All right. Yeah, all right. Nah, bro. Nah. Especially when nothing was coming in, like it was bone dry in the bank account. Business account was bone dry. Man, it was in the negatives. Okay, all right, cool. And she was just like, yeah, do it some more. Yeah, all right, bro. Stop lying. So for me, I know it definitely wasn't, but my wife was always supportive, but she definitely wanted to see results. You know what I'm saying? And like that driving factor, that thing in the back of your mind is like, man, you seeing other individuals and you're exposed to different things, and you like, man, they human just like me. Like, I know I could do this type of work too. I can make this thing happen. I just gotta figure out the formula, the blueprint to it, and it takes time. It's funny thing about it is, now when you think about it now, for you to put a keynote together, it means nothing. For you to put your business plan together, it means nothing. For you to sell your product or service, it's nothing for you to do it right now. But year one, oh, bro, you tripping over your own feet trying to, get your stuff together, bro. I remember vividly how it was for me. So, it's day and night, where we are now, and it's a testament to us being, willing to put ourselves through the fire. You know what I mean? Because it's trial by fire. There's nobody really even if you are getting guidance and somebody is mentoring you, you still have to go through the process. And there are some things that are going to happen that your mentor might not be able to let you know is going to happen, because they don't know for sure. They have no idea like what experiences you're going to go through. So that perseverance, bro, that thing is a monster, bro. Because if you can just hold on, until that breakthrough starts to happen, you start getting that glimmer of hope. I always talk about hope, bro. It'll take you so far. And now I'm so thankful for me starting my business and doing the work that I did when I was 24, the 34-year-old me now is very thankful for it. So I don't know about y'all when it comes to perseverance and y'all experiences, but for me, bro, I just couldn't get that thing off my mind. I'm like, wow, we here now, and we got a lot more to go.
Yeah, man. For me, man, perseverance, man, it's a lifestyle, man. Like, man, I remember, man, in 2015, I decided that I was gonna walk away from the oil and gas industry for good, and man, it was an unpopular decision, right? Most of my friends and family was like, "Right, but you making crazy money, like you doing really well. Why would you?" You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the time, like my ex, she was just like, she wasn't feeling the whole idea of entrepreneurship. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna start training kids. I'm gonna start athletic training. I had this vision, and even my coworkers, guys on my crew, I would tell them like, man, this is what I'm gonna do, and they'd be like, you can tell that they really didn't believe, right? And I remember the day I made the decision, and I was like, man, I'm mentally unemployable from here on out. Like, can't nobody come to me and offer me any amount of money, right? Because I walked away from being a contractor, and man, I walked away. I was making $5,000 a week, but I was working like 96 hours a week. I was working 14 days on, 1 day off, and I had to get my kids and fly them to see me, or get in a hotel and them just hanging out with me and I'm zombieing it, trying to keep my eyes open and try to have a good time with them, and they may stay for a couple of days, and the other day I'm not even off, and I'm really zombieing it. And man, I remember like, I'm done with this lifestyle. Like, I'm done with this. Like, my kids were young. My sons was 1 and 2. My oldest daughter was like 6, and I was like, man, like they deserve for me to be not only providing financially, but like be super present. And I remember feeling like I was a version of my father. I didn't meet my father until I was 19 years old, and I don't know what it was, and I knew it was nothing. It was literally, it was no resemblance, but in my heart of hearts, I was like, man, I'm just providing, but I'm not able to be there physically, and that's what I wanted as a kid. I didn't care about no money, like I wanted like time. I used to sit around and wonder what my life was like if I had a dad, right? And I was like, bro, I'm just another version of him. And so when I decided to make the decision, man, it wasn't pretty. It was like when I started training, I started like training kids for like $20 a session, right? $20 for an hour, and I was the most experienced trainer in the city, but nobody knew me, so I had to like get my name out there. So I was training people for cheap. I started a boot camp at the park, and man, I was running out of savings. My savings account was getting low, and I was training people at the park for free. I was like, do free boot camp Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. I'm just killing it. And it got to the point where I ran out of money, and I started getting dropped off at the park because I got my car repoed. I was getting dropped off at the park with 2 car seats with my sons just 1 and 2. Didn't know how I was going to get back to the house. Having to imagine me training all these people for free, and not having no money, or not even having a ride to get back to the house. So when I think about perseverance, man, I think about the different levels of my journey, and like, man, it was just like, what makes somebody keep going? And my whole life I've had like one motto, bro, like stay in the game. Like, if I stay in the game, I've always been that person. Like, if I'm in the game, I'll play as hard as I give you everything I got if I'm in the game. But if I go sit on the side, like I give myself a chance for the enemy to attack me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't show up to practice, or if I don't show up and I just like, what I'm saying, just wing it and be like, oh, I'll do it next time. Like, I've always been the person, like I can't survive that way. So stay in the game, man. Like, if I'm in the game, I'm gonna make something happen. And so I just kept going. I kept going and kept going. I looked up, man. Look, and now we own 4 companies, and man, it's just to think about where I came from. Like, at that point in time, bro, I had an apartment, had a 2-bedroom apartment. I had a couch that somebody gave me. I didn't have any furniture. I had no dining room set. I had 2 bassinets for my sons to sleep in, and I had a mattress that was on the floor, no box frame. that was what my house looked like. You know what I'm saying? It was me and my two boys, right? So like, bro, just staying in the game and being and just perseverance. Give yourself a chance to win. The only way I know how to win is to be in the game. You know what I'm saying? The only way I know how to survive is to be in the game. So as long as you got a plan and you're willing to work it, bro, the possibilities are endless for you. And I'm a living testament to that, man. Just stay in the game and just keep going, man. Just stay on that path. Whatever path you got, don't let nobody talk you off your path. Don't let nobody talk you out of your dream. Nobody, post salt in a wound that, what I'm saying, that you trying to heal. You just gotta keep going, bro. Stay in the game. You got a plan, stick to it. It's your plan. And if you're willing to work your plan, gotta give you the rest.
Yeah, that's deep, bro. Because for real, if you think about like all aspects of things, like whether it's relationships, your business, school, or if you just show up every day and be intentional, about being there, you can make things better. Like, I don't care if you're in the worst relationship before you decide that you're going to go ahead and get that divorce or whatever, bro. It's like, if you stay in the game and, keep putting forth your best effort, bro, if you decide that you're going to go ahead and you're going to play for this team, but they ain't playing you yet, but you show up to every practice and give it everything that you got. If you're in the speaking industry and you're not necessarily getting paid what you believe that you're supposed to be getting paid yet, but you keep serving the people, you just keep showing up. And I know, Lo, you got a crazy story about that. 2 years of not getting paid, 2 years of hitting the pavement, 2 years of putting that work in, 2 years of servitude, bro. And that's why you're in the situation that you're in right now. But I'm just saying, bro, like, if anytime I look at situations, if you're willing to be persistent, if you're willing to just stay in the game, bro, eventually your opportunity is gonna come. So, Lo, I know you got plenty of stories, plenty of situations that you dealt with dealing with being persistent. So I'll let you go ahead and break that down for us.
Bro, when I think about persistence or I think about perseverance, um, it's a double-edged sword sometimes, because a lot of times we see what somebody else is doing and we're like, yo, I can do that. Not realizing the challenges that they had to face, right? The obstacles that they had to overcome. Like, bro, there's some people out there right now, like just off of what Corn said, right? Like his living situation, bro. There are some people right now that would have went through that and they would have folded, right? Because they so focused on the outcome. And so I think, man, like for me specifically, like when, I did it free for 2 years. Like, bro, back home locally, bro, like back home where I'm from, like, bro, I went to all the schools, bro, and told them I would do it for free. Some schools still told me no. So what does that say? You feel me? And most people, bro, they would have gave up after 3 or 4 months because they like, oh, they don't see my value. They ain't paying me. I'm supposed to be paid 2,500 or 3,000 or 5,000, like whatever the case may be. Bro, I had to realize something. Like, yo, like y'all know me. Like I'm always looking internally first, and so I'm like, yo, like what message am I conveying for them to tell me no when I tell them I'll give them free? Think about that, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
Stay there. Stay there.
When
It's
you
good.
want to give free, bro. Like when you want to give free and they still tell you no.
Yeah.
Like what's the message you really conveying, bro? Like let's really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that most people, bro, like I seen somebody in our call. Matter of fact, I seen somebody in our call. You were like, I think you were talking about like, why are you in? Why are you doing what you're doing? Da 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 da. And immediately, bro, like I seen somebody put money, and I was like, oh, he in for the wrong reason. Like you ain't gonna get to you. It's gonna take you even longer to get to your destiny, right? Like I just made a post. The other day, B, that said, because you're a part of my history, because you're a part of my, I'm sorry, being a part of my history doesn't automatically give you an invite to my destiny.
Facts.
And I think that like we have to understand, like, yeah, I was in that season, right? Like I was that person that was a player and wanting to party and club and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah, I was that person, but I'm no longer that person anymore. So why do you feel like, yo, like because of who I used to be? Because that's where I left you at. Right? Like we talking about persistence. Like you have to be persistent, bro, in being able to pursue the life that you want, or to be able to pursue the calling that God has put on your life, bro. And I'm realizing that. Right? Like that's why I be like when we be talking and stuff, like that's why y'all be like, bro, tell the people. I'll be like, no, bro. Like I'm gonna tell y'all offline because I know when I tell y'all, it's either y'all get motivated, y'all get inspired, or y'all just start pouring into me even more. You know what I'm saying? Versus then me telling somebody like, yo, I booked 3 engagements today, right? One school paid me X, Y, and Z. For this month alone, I'm going to be up 15,000, like blah, blah. Like, bro, no. Because people don't know what I had to go through to get to that point. And so, man, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, bro, when we're going through some obstacles or some opposition, there are some moments where you really need to like really sit in that moment to figure out like, yo, like what am I doing wrong, or what am I conveying, or what is the lesson I need to learn in order for me to overcome the problem, or what do I need to do? Because you know, we say it all the time, like delay is not denied. Like it sounds cute when you make the saying, or when you waxing and you going in, but bro, like that's true though. You get denied, and most people, bro, they get denied and they automatically just quit. So I had to realize, like, yo, I'll give it to you free when I was going to the schools, and I'm saying, yo, I'll give it to you free, and they like, oh no. I'm like, okay, next opportunity. Bro, you know how many no's I got before a school actually was like, yo, Logan, we're gonna let you bring your program in. Mm-hmm. Like I was so confident in betting on myself that, bro, I went to a school for one semester. The next semester, a school, the same school paid me, and they gave me a 5-figure check. And then another school heard about it, and they were like, "Yo, we want to bring you in too." So they gave me a 5-figure check, and that's what catapulted YB Normal into the stratosphere and where we're at now. Because, bruh, when people told me no, I was still being tenacious. You know what I'm saying? I was still going at it. I was still like, okay, you telling me no? All right, cool. I'm going to still persevere. I'm going to still move forward. Because perseverance isn't anything but just delaying. Like in order for you, in order when you're trying to obtain success, bro, like you got to be able to persevere no matter what type of obstacle you face, no matter what type of opposition you're facing, no matter what you go through in life, whatever season you're in, whatever storm you're facing, like you still have to continue to persevere. You got to continue to move forward. Fact. And so I think like people really have to understand that and take it. Like, yo, bro, there were times where my lights got cut off. I'm still busting out going to schools. Bro, there was times where I ain't eat, bro, for days. I'm still hustling and going to these schools, right? And so I just think, bro, like you got to really hone in on that and take that and be like, yo, like what am I doing wrong? Or why am I not getting to the level that I need to? Or better yet, yo, why is it every time I face an obstacle or opposition, I want to get back in my comfort zone? And so I think like, you know, really trying to unpack that and figure that out because it's important, man. And so I think, you know, once people really understand that, then you can start going to the different levels in your life and whatnot. So.
No, facts, bro. Shoot, man. You know, as you were talking about the whole the perseverance piece, and you know, talking about people being comfortable and getting kind of stuck in that space. Like the thing that popped in my head at that time was when the the perseverance needs to kick in and you feel like, oh, I need to step away from this, or this is too much, I can't take anymore, right? My question to you, and this is for anybody who's listening to this or whatever, like, and what I've always asked myself in those moments is, Brad, what's the alternative? What do I go? What am I going back to? Right? And I know what it's like to be me and not live in purpose. And that's not the life I wanted to live. And that's what led me to go on this journey in the first place. That corn, you feel me? It's like that's what led me to go on this journey in the first place. That's the thing that made me say I needed to change. The only thing I'm going to do is put myself in a vicious cycle over and over again. I'm going to go back to the same point where I'm going to have this epiphany where I'm going to be sick of being like the person that I am, living the way that I'm living, and I'm going to want to do something different, and I'm going to attempt to do something different. I'm going to start putting in the work. That adversity is going to kick in, and it's going to call for me to be able to persevere over that situation. If I don't do it, I go right back to being the person I was before, and the cycle starts all over again. So in order for me to actually break that glass ceiling, right, for me to have that breakthrough and get to where I need to be and be, or better yet, become the person that I'm supposed to be, I have got to persevere through that situation. And it's got to be one of those situations where you burn the ships and come hell or high water, I'm going to see this thing through all the way to the end, good, bad, or indifferent. That's the thing. When you get that ingrained in your mind that it's not necessarily about the reward at the end of this thing, it's about the person that I become on the journey to this thing. So it's the gratitude that you feel when you actually finish a certain thing, right? When you finish the whatever the task was, and not putting yourself in a situation where you solely connect emotionally, you're connecting yourself to the reward. If that makes sense. You're saying, oh, I want to start this business because I want this amount of money. But if you don't get that amount of money, you still started the business. You still started doing something that's positive. You still started impacting the culture or impacting the lives of your family and your kids, because you may not see it, but your kids might look at you and be like, oh, I see dad started a business. Dad's an entrepreneur. Dad's doing this, that, and the other. Your wife might look at you and be like, ooh, oh, well, and I don't know if any of y'all like me, like my wife, where it's like, well, if this Negro can get something off the ground, I got to be able to get something off the ground. And don't get it twisted. My wife is very intelligent, and I would say my wife is the book smart person in this relationship. I'm the common sense person where I'm just like, I just do stuff like, well, that makes sense, so I'll just do it. Like, it is what it is. So you start to inspire other individuals without necessarily trying. Like, I've never necessarily tried to inspire someone through me starting my business or seeing a thing through to the end. They're naturally inspired by it because people are attracted to greatness. People are attracted to those who finish the thing that they said that they were going to do. So if you're in school and you sign on the dotted line saying that you're going to attend this college and you're going to get your bachelor's or your master's or your PhD, whatever it is that you're going to get, when you signed your name on the dotted line, they celebrate you the way that they celebrate you at the graduation because you finished what you said you were going to do. Mm-hmm. That's why there's a party. That's why there's celebrations. That's why there's gifts. Right? When you get the promotion at your job, they're celebrating you with a promotion because you finished the task that they've given you over an extended period of time, and now they feel that they can trust you with a new and greater task. And you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where you have that breaking point, and if you don't find a way to deal with the pain or get through the pain to get to the other side, bro, it's always going to be that same cycle over and over and over again until you find a way to get through it, or you get to the point where you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Oh yeah, I think when you said the cycle, bro, like I think that's important because a lot of times we get so caught up in the cycle instead of getting caught up in the exposure.
Okay, wait, break that down. Break that down. Break that down.
So, bro, you said we do the same thing over and over and over, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Right.
And I think that we have to come out of the cycle, and you got to start exposing yourself to different, right? Like, bro, if I never would have made the investment in next level, bro, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. Let's just flat out, let's just keep it a buck.
Right.
Like, bro, like flat, I wouldn't be connected to you all. I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in with, you know what I'm saying, with everything with next level. I wouldn't be doing all this, like none of that, bro. Right? And so I think, like I said, God, like, yo, give me this opportunity. And God was like, okay, I think he's ready now. Let me expose him. So now that I'm exposed to something different, now my cycle isn't the same. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think, bro, like when you said that, you were like, yo, like the cycle, bro. And a lot of times, bro, people do the same thing over and over because of what they've been exposed to, and they don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we have to identify, like, yo, okay, this is what I'm doing, boom, 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 and these are the outcomes behind it. Then I think we need to figure out, like, yo, what do I need to expose myself to get a different result? Because we know, like, bro, we know, like, it ain't no lie, like, it ain't no cap on, like, oh, do the program work or not? Like, bro, like me and you talked about it. Like, you was like, low, bro, I bust my butt, bro. 6 months I was on, 6 months I was off. And we ain't got to talk about the number because it ain't nobody business. But you know what I'm saying? You was like, yo, bro, I chilled for 6 months. Bro, there's a lot of people that wish they'll be in that position. Bro, I'm averaging, dude. I am averaging 3 engagements a month.
Paid.
Yeah, let me say that. Paid. Let me say that too. I'm averaging 3 engagements paid a month. And I'm traveling, bro, and trust me, I'm getting paid a nice penny. But it's like, yo, like, why did that happen? Because, bro, I got out of the cycle of excuses. I got out of the cycle of wanting to be average. I got out of the cycle of, blaming other people for my problems and mishaps and the misfortunes that I had, right? Like, I got out of the cycle of going through the same obstacles over and over and over and over. And so I think, bro, like, we need to do a better job at exposing ourselves to a different path if we want to get different results. And so, like, Corn, bro, like, come on in here, bro, because I know you finna, man, like, dude, I already know, bro, like, just, bro, like, that's, man, it was crazy what Brad just did, bro.
Yeah, it's heavy. I'm in the lobby, so it's a lot of background noise. I apologize, but yeah, I've been,
man, we ain't studying that, bro. These people need a word, bro. I don't care about none of that.
for sure. Yeah, man. I just, when I hear y'all talk about it, man, I hear, some people need to let go of some stuff to free themselves up, right? And when we start moving into different spaces, we can say, God said, okay, he ready. But truth be told, like, it was some stuff God told us to let go of a long time ago, and we were just now able to let it go. We've been carrying around baggage that he told us to drop a long time ago. And when we finally dropped it, that's when he allowed us to, find what we were seeking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about finding this community, man, like, I was speaking for free for 2.5 years, but I didn't even know that I wanted to do it, right? I was only speaking because people was asking me to. And crazy thing about it is, when I actually started wanting to do it, that's when I started getting the no's. you see how crazy it was? That was so ironic. Like, I didn't want to speak. People was just asking me to speak because, like, of my stature in my other businesses. And then when I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start speaking, and I started approaching, like, they were saying no, and I was like, I was looking like you, like, what is that? Like, what about me is making them say no for me coming in and speaking for free? Like, I've been speaking for free for 2.5 years. Now all of a sudden, I actually want the opportunity to impact the kids more, and I can't get it. But I had a lot of stuff I was carrying around. Like I was fully vested in my athletic training company, and that really kept my time to where I couldn't really allow to be a professional speaker. Like I was literally like my time slots was filled up, and I'm one of those people. I wanted to like be hands on. I didn't want to take myself out of the training day to day with the kids, and so I wouldn't let nobody else steal my schedule. And when I actually made the decision to take myself completely out of the training business, is when God presented me with Jeremy Anderson and the Speakers Academy. He said, I can't even like show you this because you don't have time for it. You carrying too much as it is. Your schedule won't even allow you to take this serious. Right? And right when I made the decision, I was ready to fully commit, I found it. It's like it just magically appeared. The community magically appeared. My new brothers magically appeared. But I was able to put down the baggage that I knew that I couldn't take, and I knew I couldn't take it. I was just trying to force it, right? And a lot of times, like a lot of people are still carrying things that they shouldn't be carrying anymore. A lot of still carrying relationships that they shouldn't be carrying anymore. You're trying to get to that next phase of your life, but you can't carry it all. You don't even have the capacity to handle it. And God knows it. So like I want you guys to like think about the baggage that you're carrying that you know you can't take with you. Because like I ain't telling you nothing that you don't already know. You know you can't take it. You're trying to force this baggage in, like you're trying to sneak it on the plane. And you gotta check the baggage. You trying to take that one you gotta check under the plane, you trying to take it on, you trying to take it and put it up top. They ain't gonna let it fly. The flight attendants, that's their job. Their job is to make you check that. So like you gotta let go of some of this baggage and free you. Like something like baggage, one of its main purposes is to keep you binded. Like it's to hold you down. Like you can't move as fast. If listen, I heard this one thing one time. It was like it was so profound. It was so simple. It was so profound though. It said, "I can run with 100 faster than I can drag one." And I was like, man, like I really want this person to come with me though. Like I'm really trying to take. Like I don't want them to feel like I'm leaving them out. I can run with 100 faster than I can drag one. And some of you guys got one you need to leave because like the sole purpose of the rockets, the blasters on the rocket is the takeoff. But once you reach a certain level or a certain height, they come off. Right? Some people are there for a season. And you got to be able to recognize that. You got to be able to see that. You got to be able to feel that. Right? And you like what if I could continue to try to hold these blasters that's supposed to fall off at a certain altitude? What if I keep trying to go? Like, we might not survive. Your family might not survive. Your wife might not survive. Your kids might not survive if you try to take it to that new altitude. So some of you guys just gotta have some self awareness and know that there's some stuff you gotta let go of before you can get to that next level. Like when I made that decision to walk away from the oil and gas industry, I knew it was stuff that I couldn't take with me. I knew that it was some changes that I needed to make mentally. I knew that it was gonna be hard. I knew eventually like my money would run out. I knew my savings weren't gonna last me forever. I knew it. But with that, I knew that there was some cuts that had to be made. I couldn't keep the Tahoe. I had to get rid of it. There's some things that I couldn't take with me. And you just gotta be okay with that. Sometimes you gotta understand that it don't matter what it look like. It don't matter what they think it look like. Your vision is your vision. And sometimes, most of the time, like you can't physically see it. But you've seen it. So you got to be able to make that commitment and saying, hey, no matter how long it takes for me to get here, I'm going to get here. No matter like what it looks like and what it feels like, I know that this is the path that I'm supposed to be on. And you just got to feel that. Like when you hit rock bottom, there's something about rock bottom that makes you swallow your pride.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you swallow your pride and start really looking at your life. It make you start taking responsibility. It make you start taking, giving some accountability. Like, you can only say it's everybody else for so long. It's something about rock bottom that make you start looking inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this is where perseverance really starts to start to kick in. Now I'm starting to like, okay, let me take some responsibility and let me see like what is it about me? Because like at the end of the day, like people wouldn't booking us for free because it was something about us. It was something about us that said, hey, that ain't him. That ain't who I need right now.
It was called desperation.
Oh, for sure. Like, because like here's the thing.
They can smell it on you.
If I feel like you need me, then I feel like I don't need you. Does that make sense? Like if you feel like that I need you, then you feel like you don't need me. So I go in there and I'm like, man, I can help. I can do this. I can do this. Like let me get in here. I know I can. So I'm like, he feel like he needs this a little bit too much. He needs the sale. So now it's basic human psychology. Now I don't want to buy it. I don't want to do business with you because I feel like you need this too much. So you might not have the right intentions. Now you have to sell me. Now the thing about us now, I love the space that we work to get to because now we don't have to sell anybody. Now I can just present myself as I thought about your problem longer than you have, and I have the solution to your problem. I'm not selling anybody now. Like I'm walking in, I know what your issue, I know what your problem is. Like the academy has shown us how to actually do our research, be intentional, so we don't have to actually go in and sell people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's what we most people are not actually being conscious of. Like we can say, hey, they ain't booking us, so they ain't really wanting to impact their kids, but like there's something about us that is making them not want to book us, and we have to be honest and real with ourselves. And that ain't just about speaking. That's anything in life. There's something about you right now that's allowing you to get more no's than anything else. That is allowing you not to get the yes because you're putting off some type of energy, or you living your life some type of way, or you putting stuff out on social media or in the world some type of way where I can go find something that makes me say no to you. But until we willing to check our baggage, until we willing to actually be honest with ourselves and be, and give and dissect ourselves, it's hard to break me because like I put everything on the table. I know everything I'm terrible at. It's hard for you to come to me like, man, I grew up, man. I had messed up teeth. Like I'm gonna do a piece on it, real soon. Well, I got this picture where my front tooth is missing. Like right now, I got Invisalign in and I got a partial in. And so like just a year and a half ago, like my whole smile was like messed up. And when I first started speaking, my teeth was bad. Like I had spaces in between every tooth. And so I was self-conscious. So God was like, hey God, I feel you on this speaking thing, but I'll do it when I get my teeth fixed.
Mm.
Hey God, like I feel you. Like I know I can impact more kids that way, but let me get my teeth fixed first. And that's when God told me, hey, I want you to start going live on Facebook every single day until you get that out of your system.
Mm.
And that's what changed the game for me. I had to start attacking the very thing that made me uncomfortable, self-conscious. Like, I was putting all this bad energy in my soul, and I had to attack it head on, but I had to like check my baggage. Like, what's stopping you from going to that next level? What's stopping you from being, what's stopping you from persevering? What is that thing that, I'm saying, you think about and you just shut all the way down? And then how can you surround yourself with other like-minded individuals that help you, I'm saying, kick that to the curb and say, hey, listen, Cornelius, that don't got nothing to do with what God called you to do. That's absolutely nothing to do with you. Like, who cares if you got messed up teeth? There's a kid out there that got messed up teeth that don't understand that they can go on and do great things, and they won't understand until you go stand in front of them.
That bruh. And then people aren't going to get to the success that they're looking for until they hit that point where they're like, yo, I gotta address this thing. Until I address this ugly thing that's in my closet, things are never gonna change. One thing I can say about the brothers that I've connected with, the brothers we got on this line right here, it's a fraternity, and every last one of us have gone through those burning sands of failure fraternity. We've crossed failure fraternity, bro, and like we stomped the yard, like we got hazed, like we went through the whole process, bro. Like I'm serious. I know y'all laughing, but I'm serious. It's really one of those things. It's like a hazing process, bro. And I was just thinking about how I was looking at my shirt. Oh, Kane University, shout out KU, right? And I'm like, I tell kids all the time, like going through college, right, and getting your degree. I really looked at it as nothing more than a hazing process. All the rigor and all the work and all the, it's like, yo, are you gonna quit or are you gonna like see this all the way through? Are you gonna keep your word and see this all the way through? So I look at success, the same thing. Anybody who's been successful, they've had more failures than successes. They tell you in sales, you got to be able to take 100 no's before you get a yes. Like we literally have all been through it. We have crossed the burning sands of that failure fraternity, like that fraternity of failure. So much so that when you get on the other side of it, it's like, yo, failure doesn't even feel nor look the same for us than it does for other individuals. For us now, failure looks like when we know we're not giving our best effort to something. Failure looks like we know we're not being the best man, husband, father, or whatever in that situation, businessman, or man of faith in that situation that we know that we could or we're capable of being. Failure to us looks like when we set out a goal. Normally, in 9 times out of 10 for us, we set a lofty goal. Thank you, Cornelius, for always doing that. I give you a goal and you 10x it, right? Yeah, no, do this. Blah, blah, blah. All right, anyway. So, failure for us looks like when we are given or we shoot for a huge goal and we don't hit it. That is failure for us. When we don't hit the number or the thing that we've been trying to get. But to other individuals, it's like, yo, y'all killing it. You know what I mean? Times like people come to us or have come to me and like, yo, you killing it. And I'm just like, this is not enough. This is not enough. Because I'm so far past the oh, okay, I took a test and I didn't get the grade I thought I was going to get, so that's going to break me. My wife doesn't like something that I said or did or whatever, and she said something that I didn't necessarily agree with or like, and she might actually be right, but I didn't like it, so I got my feelings, so I feel like I failed in the situation, so I shut down. Or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or I'm not getting the results that I think that I should be getting, so I shut down, or I have an attitude with people now. When in all these areas, the common denominator is me. And I have the ability to make changes. I have the ability to do things differently. I have the ability to change the dynamics that's going on around me, right? But if you're not looking at it that way, bro, you get stuck in the same spot. You just stuck on this emotional roller coaster your entire life. So, bro, I'm gonna let Low close us out, but that whole perseverance thing, bro. The only reason, and I tell people all the time, the only reason why somebody might potentially look at us and believe that we are quote unquote more successful than they are, is just that we've been willing to fail more times than you have and get up and try it one more time.
And bro, I want to leave him with this because like you said something earlier that it's like what will happen if you quit? Like what would your life be like if you quit? Like so, what does that look like? And for me, if I would have quit, bro, I still have messed up teeth today. Like, and that was like my pain point from the time I had the trampoline accident when I was in 7th grade. Like, I didn't go anywhere without knowing that you were looking at my mouth, right? But attacking it and actually, really going after what I wanted, instead of keep pushing it off, making excuses, I was able to start attacking it. And bro, honestly, it cost a lot of money to fix my teeth. But I was able to put myself in position only because I stayed in the game and I didn't quit and I attacked the very thing that made me uncomfortable. with everything that I had every day. And that's just the key, bro. Like, ain't nothing special about none of us. You know, it is, but it ain't. You
Right.
understand? Like we wake up every day, and we have to brush our teeth. We got to take a shower. Like, we got to do the same things that everybody else do. The one thing that I say that's different about us that I know because I talk to y'all every day is that, bro, our will to succeed and to help others is different. Like, it's different, and like that. It ain't no quitting none of us. It's some slow down, but but it ain't no quit. We might slow down and be like, we having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, bro. Like, but we know that we can. We know that neither one of us got any quit in us. So, like, if we can slow, as long as we don't slow down at the same time, like, the bus is still moving. So, like, man, I just want to say I love you guys, and man, listen, I just want you guys to know, everybody that's listening, bro. Like, if you just keep going and just attack the very thing that's making you uncomfortable, that's where it lies. Everybody on here, everything in part of our story, every one of us had to attack the thing that made us uncomfortable for our entire life to get to this side. That is the common theme within every story that we have. Every part of our life that we get paid from is us having to attack the very thing that made us uncomfortable for our entire life, from probably about age 4 to now. And now Logan's in a hotel room right now, getting ready to go at it again tomorrow. So that's just the keys, man. It's just the keys to success, keys to persevering. And man, I digress.
Right. Hey, take us out of here, Lo.
All right, y'all. Listen, man. I know this one was a little bit different, and different is good. And so we just really want to add value. We really want to give you all tools to just be successful in life, and for us to give our point of view on how we overcame some of the challenges and obstacles in order to get us in the position that we're in. And so, listen, man, this is the Live in Purpose podcast. Listen, if you all find value in what we're doing, share this with your network, share this with your community. We right here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. And listen, man, lock in with us. And we appreciate y'all, all right? And so, listen, man, before closing it out, got my brothers on here. This is Brad Butler II. We got my brother Cornelius Shackerford. All right. Listen, he was the number 1 running back in the country at one point in time. I know he don't look like it now, y'all, but trust me, bro, he was cold with it. All right. And of course, me, man, your host, Mr. Logan Taylor. And listen, man, our brother in spirit, he was not with us, but he was with us in spirit. And so DeMont Pope, man, and Mr. Mr. Purpose over pointless excuses. Yeah.
You're gonna get you for that.
Next week. All right, I love y'all, man, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.